Hello everyone, it's Medium Emery, and so I've been dying to talk to you guys. My last video was an unboxing video of an oracle card deck, I think for goddess guidance. So yeah, I'm just grateful. I got in at least 3 readings this week, mostly spirit communication readings. I'm getting another one soon, so I'm really grateful for all the readings I've been receiving, the private sessions, and I just want to continue receiving these private sessions and really helping people and letting people know that they could be comfortable with me and trust me, and I'm really there to help you connect with your higher self or connect with your loved ones on the other side. So this video I want to focus on mediumship because I know that's a really fun topic to focus on, and the last video I did was mostly an overview on mediumship, which was just knowing what mediumship is, what senses are used with communicating with spirit, how it is in regards to interpreting the information and symbolic meaning and messages you receive while channeling spirit. So I just wanted to talk about mostly on how, as you develop your abilities, mediumship wise, as you develop your gift with spirit and spirit gets to know you and your guides get to know you, in terms of you eventually learn how to create your own symbolic meaning. So when spirit does begin to connect with you when you're giving a reading to someone, for example, I have this thing where whenever I see spirit holding a baby, that is my meaning for the person I'm reading for. Either somebody in their family lost a baby, had a miscarriage, lost a baby at birth, or there's a baby that's going to be born in the family, or someone's pregnant. And usually that's what it means. So that's a pure example of when you start creating your own symbolic meanings and spirit knows you have those meanings, so they'll channel through you with those meanings and messages, because they know, oh, okay, if I show her this, she'll know what that means, or if I show her this, she'll know what it means. And it's amazing how when you start creating your own meanings to the symbols, once you start receiving those symbols, you know automatically what it means instead of you trying to figure out like charades. One thing I also want to talk about was, as you begin to develop your gifts and abilities as a medium, you start realizing that you don't only just channel one spirit, you can channel more than one. You eventually start channeling 5, even 6 or 4. And you will feel it. You will know, I feel a grandmother, motherly figure coming through, but wait, there's also a male with her, and he has a very strong father, manly presence, and he's telling me that he wasn't raised with his mother. His mother wasn't around. He was raised by someone else, and that's giving out information. And then it gets to a point where it's a creative process, and you start trying to pinpoint, okay, who is this person? And you can't just be like, oh, if it doesn't resonate with you, then forget about it. I guess I'm just picking up something wrong. No, whenever you're picking up something, it's because they are there. You just don't know who they are. And once you start asking, that's another thing. When you're a medium, ask the spirit questions. Be like, what did you do for a living? Give me more information. Give me some, confirmation, like more detailed, specific information that the person I'm reading for will know who you are, because I don't know who you are, And when you start asking them, they'll give it to you. And it's amazing when you start realizing how powerful it is just to ask permission, just to ask questions. Same thing with names, I have this tendency where, yes, you can get names from spirit, just to let you know. I usually can get a name, like an actual name, or it's just the initial, and I also get the sounding. So like the other day, I kept on getting like an L name with a Hun, like that, and I knew it was either Helen or Eliane, or there was an L sounding name to it, and this is confidential, but we don't know who we're talking about. So the name ended up being Lynn. So Ellen, like I was getting that sounding. So I also pick up sounds. If I don't know the initial, I'll hear the sound. So things like that. And once again, it's just getting comfortable with spirit and creating this relationship with spirit that eventually, it's just a knowing every time you receive something. And if they're like, no, you're wrong, like if the person you're reading for is like, no, you're wrong, I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know anybody like that, and you're like, you get to a point where and you're like, no, you're wrong. You need to go find out from somebody and check that out, because there is someone in spirit with you with this description. And usually what happens is that at the moment you're giving them a reading, they're probably overwhelmed with the information you're giving them, and they can't recall or remember things. And once they finish their reading with you, they ask people, and they're like, oh my god, yes, my aunt did have a farm. Oh my god, yes, I don't know, he did have a blue scarf that I didn't know about, that I just found out, or, things like that. And then that's what's even more amazing about spirit, because they don't even need to know it, and you know it based on what they're giving you. And it just shows you how powerful spirit is and how involved spirit is with us in this earthly plane. So it's just very interesting. So another good tip for you guys if you're studying mediumship is watch YouTube videos. Watch YouTube videos on mediums that are, working. Like live readings, or I used to do it all the time, and it teaches you how to, I don't know, like just train yourself and learn how to pick up information. I love watching, I used to love John Edwards. I love John Edwards, I really do. I really loved Tony Stockwell. I think that's his name. He's an English medium, but he's really fantastic. I used to like Lisa Williams, but I think I'm like moved on from that. But my favorites now are Tony Stockwell. I like Jamie Van Praagh. I do like Maureen Hancock. I like those. But definitely Tony Stockwell. I think that's one of my most favorite. Yeah, and I like this new girl. Her name's Medium Fleur. She's I think she just started, but she's getting a lot of attention, and I don't know, I just like her energy towards it. I also like Michelle Livingston. She's really good as well. I like Thomas, I think Thomas John, or John Thomas, something like that, but he's really good as well. He's like really accurate in his information when he receives it. But my favorite definitely is Tony Stockwell, and I love watching his interviews, because the way he describes spirit and the way he describes what really happens in the process of communicating with spirit when you're giving a medium reading, it's amazing, because it's so true. He literally describes it as like that person's spirit and then your spirit, like it kind of like combines together, and that allows you to be in this like channeling connective state with that spirit you're communicating with. There's different videos and interviews on him that are fantastic that you guys should watch. I think there's another psychic called Marvis. I really I really genuinely respect mediums that have been around for a long time, the ones that are much older, and they've had different ways of communicating with spirit, but they really respect the mediumship community, and that means a lot to me, because it's not a joke, and there's some people that just really take people's money away and just take it for granted and just use it for like a money and egotistical way, when it is really an art form of proof that there's more to life than what meets the eye, that proof of the afterlife. So this is a little bit I want to just talk about. I'm gonna have more videos on like different visualizations that you can use to begin that process of opening up to spirit when you're giving your readings. So I'm just gonna leave that little video with you guys. I want to talk to you about it a little bit. So I love you guys so much, and if you would love a reading with me, check out my website. I'm going to put it down below, mediumemery.com/contact. You would fill out the contact form, and I would get back to you with an email and then send you a payment invoice, and once that's created, we can schedule a reading. At the moment, I'm giving spirit communication readings and oracle card readings. Spirit communication readings are usually my strength. I cover almost everything in that reading, especially connecting with your loved one. If you'd like to see my Medium Emery Facebook page as well, to see some authenticity based on reviews and readings I've given to other people, go for it. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll be definitely making more videos. Lots of love, many blessings.